This is about those days when Buddha was spending his time in Mavan. By the fame of Buddha had spread far and wide. The young son was walking with Haim Towel's budget discourse. Buddha took a look at him and asked he to sit with a gesture. When the discourse ended and all the people left from there, Buddha called the person to him and asked. Birds was echoing. See that the person was feeling infinite peace from inside. After this, Buddha asked the person the reason for coming. Then the person said that I have brought my son to introduce you to a long journey of 2 days. I have br4 bright my to introduce you to 2 days. I am my only son and it is tired all the time. It seems as if there is no life inside it. Its nature has become very irritable. If we say anything to it, then it become angry with our small things. Its ability to a young age do not understand that I am very concerned about my son's health. When I took my son to Vedji, he gave some medicines and said that he asked his son to take stress less. He takes a lot of stress in his mind. So he has become such a condition but ever extra understand the meaning of stress. I do not know what the stress come for and how to remove him from my son's mind. But first of all I have to understand what is stress. That's why I have come to you in Tathagata. Please solve my problem. Listen. Buddha says his son Veer sees his face and then looks at the pulse of his hands. After doing all this method, Buddha tells the person that no one walls to take stress but stills this stress holds the mind of the people like a termite and the person does not even know that he is living under stress. But dares stands of stars well and makes a scale about stress that he can know how stress he is in. Then he can also find a solution to this problem. A person is doing some work, but his mind is wandering far away. Then a distance is created his body and mind. The more it is a statue of unconsciousness and the same distance and stretch between the body and the mind is called stress. After playing the game, was the person is filled with agility and happy with he is tired of his body but the thing to understand is that mind and body toge completely centered in the game that does not cause distance between the body and the mind and if there was no stress in the brain so that too goes away. But on the contrary, when we do some work that we do not like, then our body is doing that somewhere, which created a distance between the body and the mind and stress is born. Hence the person has only one work at a time should be done and put all the power of your body and mind on one work that does not cause tension in the reasons for stress and the one who has understood these reasons can remain stress-free through the main reasons. The first reason is to be very ambitious is a good thing to be ambitious, but have you ever noticed the other? If the second is complete, then the third is towards the third ondine. This way he keeps moving around the goal for a life to get his goals. A person who is very ambitious who has made big goals is never able to live in the present. His moon is Aliers busy making futures plans. His body remains in the present but the mind remains in the future, which causes distance between the mind and the stressful life. Hearing this from Buddha's mouth, that boy has said that Buddha has said that we should not make a goal. Believes said that Buddha said that it is not wrong to go a goal in life. But the problems arise when he meets that goal. Those who put on the results and are worked about its result. The person should come to live in the present. You should make a goal and work hard to achieve. Have knowledge that you are currently living in the present and the present is the truth. Buddha said further, the second biggest reason for jealousy is to be jealous. When a person is filled with jealousy and burning, then his mind starts to rot from inside. Jealousy is an inner wound. The inner wound is an inner wound, that is, the mind of the mind can heal the wound of the person's body, but the mind can never heal the mind of the mind. Hence the person can never heal others' happiness and progress. It should be done because jealousy is the cause of stress. After this, Buddha stated the third reason for stress and said that not doing complete work also creates tension in the mind, which we do not like to work. We do not like to work. We are not interested in the work which we are not interested in. Our mind will not be able to engage in that work. But our body will be sitting, but ours will remain. Mind will fly of fantasies, which creates distance dishes better, and the bodies and the mind and the person's decisions always work according to his interest. If the person has known what work he likes to do and he makes the same work the goal of his life, then that work it becomes a game, not a work for work. Then Buddha said that the fourth reason for stress is to be better. Said that as a father, you will have many expectations from your son that your son box is a very successful person and illuminates your name as you want to live that kind of life. But have you ever fulfilled all the expectations of someone else? He starts inadvertent causing tension for himself. Just think that if your son is not working according to you and he is not almost to be made if you want to make it, then surely stress will catch your mind. You will start living a life full of stress, and you will behave in such a way that your relationship with your son will go worse. That is why the person can be as less expectations should be kept from others, and if you want to be complete stress-free, then stop expecting from others. Afters stated that physical suffering is also a reason for human stress. When a person is going through a physical pain, then his entrance is on his physical pain, and that which will day just keeps thinking about what his mind is filled with thoughts of sorrow, and in such a situation, the person starts stressing. Hearing that the person said that Buddha can happen to any person, then what happy life progresses. There are sorrows in it, and then in the end, if death come, then diseases are an integral part of human life. It is when a person's mind will understand this thing well, then he will not take care stress by thoughting about his illness. Believes it is an integral part of life, and for person should also practice physically. It should also give place to exercise and healthy lifestyle in his life, so that his body should also give place. Some people have no idea that they start working on it without work before starting. A person has not gathered complete information about him before starting any work to understand the scheme properly. One should give full time so that stress does not arise later due to that plan. The seventh is the biggest reason for stress is to defer today's work tomorrow. You must have heard the saying that laziness is the biggest enemy of the human body. It gives, and then avoiding work is of a person who avoids the work on tomorrow is never completed, and even if it is completes in some way, then he is not as good as a town as it could be done, and then it causes stress inside the person. But to avoid work or work it is a habit to do it at the end of time. So despite not work person, he becomes a victim of this habit against and again, and then the time limit of work comes near. He complete the work bilin meth stress. So the person has to give up the habit of avoiding the work to stay stress-free, and this is possible on with a person of time. The last and the most prominent reason that is of stress is a disease continuous. It is also a disease, and it is the most found in the person who only imagines the fantasies that think about the events of the past and the futures. One who keeps. Who is the person? A person should control the habit of thinking more. For this, he should keep himself busy in the work and should make it a part of his life to practice meditation every day. He should hear all these things from Buddha's mouth and said that the person said folded hands might 20 years old and is not even understanding it so much that it can follow all the things that can be followed together. Please tell any easy way to stay stress-free so that my son can follow him and be stress-free. Buddha hearing this prayer of that person, Buddha hearing commenting saying follow so many things. Then there is a very easy method for this. Once you focus on doing one work, do whatever work you are doing, only do that work. Only do all the work on it, and if your mind wanders here and there, then you remember as soon as you remember it. This is the easiest and best way to stay stress-free. When you eat food, only eat at that time. Enjoy its full taste will not be born, which is the main cause of stress. So try to do only and teme far as possible. With full attention, friends, hope that you will have got a lot to learn from this story. Thank you.